Okay, let's try that again. Welcome everyone, and I'm so excited that many of you are at 9 a.m. in Perth, early birds on a Sunday morning, 7, 8 p.m. and 6 p.m. in California on Saturday night, 11 a.m. on a Sunday morning in Brisbane, and at the crack of noon for our Sydney and the rest of New South Wales. So welcome. And Nick, London, 1 a.m. Well done, mate. We really love your enthusiasm. Nick is one of our board of directors, so we really appreciate him, staying up to be part of here. And I did also say, I was going to say hello to Maz Daly and her crew, I believe in South Australia. So welcome to Maz Daly's crew. See, it pays to be on Facebook, everyone. Now, I just want to double check that everyone can hear me. So, Terry, can you just double check the chat on the first line? There?
Most is saying good enough for me. That's good. You can sounding better, so excited to be here.
Excellent. All right, that means everyone can hear me. Perfect. Okay, so 25 new products for your inspiration at home. What a thrill I have had putting these together, and I can't wait to share with you the afternoon that we have spent cooking here in Minnesota, St. Cloud. Well, it's what, minus 20 outside, Sue? Yeah, and snow for Terry, who's really excited to see the snow. So we've been cooking up the storm. In fact, we were cooking so much that we blew a breaker, which is typical for us. So. And I really appreciate all of our guests that were here a bit earlier from the U.S. that needed to get back before the snow hit again. So thank you for being there. Well, the first thing that I know that I need to do, and probably some of you, maybe not Sunday morning, but the rest of you may want to pour yourself a drink. So I want to show you in your Inspiration at Home tradition how we do some of our drinks at our parties. So first of all, you can use a strawberry. Those of you who love the champagne and the rose sugar know exactly what I'm about to do. But we have a new product, which is our sangria for our new teas. So I'm just going to take this orange, put a little bit on there, and then I'm going to dust it with our new London Fog sugar. So those of you who are coming up into summer and want to have a beautiful iced tea, we've used, you can use the London Fog tea to make an iced tea. And what we've used today is our Inca Gold tea, which is going to be one of your favorites. It's a beautiful black tea, organic black tea. Just pop that in there. And with some of the beautiful ingredients in that one is our fair trade organic cocoa nibs. The organic black tea also has, which is an orange pekoe base, also has whole cherries, dried organic cherries in it, and rose petals, and a little hint of vanilla. So cheers to everyone. It is going to be one of your favorite teas. Now, for Terry, who loves the sangria, this is some sangria, and what it is, it's a spiced sangria. I'm glad you're not driving tonight, Terry. What it is, it's a spiced sangria, and it's red wine, and we've had an Australian red wine here tonight, and we've used a Sauv Blanc, Cab Sauv. Yellowtail, and we've used a whole bottle of that with, me, well, the rest of you will get to know me, just to throw it in, so probably 1/3 of a cup of sugar and 1/2 a bottle of our club soda water, and then about 3 or 4 heaping tablespoons of our sangria, which is right here. So spiced sangria, so a little bit different than your normal sangria. It has orange pieces in it, lime pieces, rind, lemon, rind in it. Of course, star anise, which is my favorite. You'll soon find that out. It's got some interesting ingredients like a little bit of vanilla, but it's got black pepper, whole black peppercorns in it, and some, I think some ginger. So you'll note some really interesting flavors in the sangria. Now let that sit for a good couple of hours if possible, and the flavor will just seep through it. It's served cold with ice, and you can throw some, we would throw some oranges in it as well, and add your fruit to it to make it a beautiful summertime sangria punch. All right, so enjoy, Terry. And the other teas that we have, we'll start with the drinks first. This is the Inca Gold. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, I forgot to mention there's orange pieces in that too, so it gets a beautiful citrus note to it with the cocoa nibs as well. And the cherries really come through as the tea steeps. Now I know some of you are waiting for some draws and for excitement. You'll just have to wait. Once I get partway through, you're going to hear some fun things about your demo today. I'll go on to another black tea here, which is the London Fog. Now I've used that one as a sugar as well. Recently traveling in Vancouver, and one of the real rages in the Pacific Northwest is what's called a London Fog latte. And, of course, Starbucks is involved in the London Fog latte. And really what it is a gorgeous Earl Grey tea. And, of course, all of our tea bases are organic. This one has corn flour, so the little blue corn flowers, also known as bachelor's buttons in North America. It also has vanilla. So if you were to go to Starbucks and have a London Fog latte, you would get a tea, a very strong tea, mixed with steamed milk and vanilla syrup. So we've done a little bit of a twist to it, and now you've got your London Fog tea. So enjoy. That's one of my favorites. I love the citrus notes of the Earl Grey. And for those of you who are just so excited about your inspiration at home and you can't sleep, and you know who you are, there's a few of you out there that are always so excited. Cheryl from Texas. I knew I'd get you today. So this is our chamomile. So it's an organic chamomile, and it's a beautiful, rich chamomile. I've also, which is of course relaxing. So Cheryl, this might be a tea for you for your first couple weeks of your business. And it's got lemon balm in it as well. So the lemon balm is known to be relaxing and calm. But also has a little bit of orange, I'll get it right, one of the citruses, orange as well, to give it a really top note. So you feel relaxed but uplifted at the same time. So those are our new tea ranges. We're really excited about those. And of course your consultant will fill you in on the pricing and the sizing and how to place your order for those. Well, has everyone got their drinks? All right. So let's move on to what our hosts today receive. So our special hosts, those of you who have taken up on the offer to host a live Your Inspiration at Home Epic Demo #2, Part 2, we've got a special bonus for you. So when your consultant puts your order in, you will receive 3 free products of your choice. We're taking a punt, as we say in Australia, or taking a chance in the US and Canada. I'm hosting a party today, a demo party, and as a thank you, we're going to send you 3 free products of your choice, any product in the range. So next time we do an epic demo, I'm sure some more hosts are going to put up their hand to see what exciting offers they receive as well. Now in February, we have a great host program on offer. And when you purchase, as a guest, when you purchase 2 international seasonings, you also get one of the following for $5. So pay attention, all of the guests at the demo today. You can purchase a rose white chocolate, there's a theme here, powder, a chocolate raspberry truffle powder, or a lemon myrtle white chocolate powder, or a chai chocolate powder, or a chocolate orange powder. So the theme is maybe chocolate and Valentine's. So enjoy the chocolate for only $5. So your host or your consultant can tell you the savings on that product. And we also have a joining special in the month of February. And when you join Your Inspiration at Home, which is highly addicting, as the consultants will tell you, that if you purchase the business kit or the executive kit, you receive a new mini products pack for free, which is six of the new 25 products. So you get a good start on building your collection of all the new products. And I'll tell you a little bit more about a joining special today. So start thinking about it, and by the end of the demo today, you may think that, wow, you know, if Colleen can stand up here and talk about this product, then and your host today, see how easy it is, or consultant today, then you may want to join, and I'll tell you a little bit about a joining special as we go forward. All right, so let's talk about, if you've got your new brochure on our products, I'm going to try and go in order so you can follow along and make notes, because that's really exciting. You can make notes on some quick tip ideas on, for those of you who are consultants watching, these are great things to use and make at your demos. And for those of you who are guests, this is product that you're going to want to have in your kitchen, and some quick and easy recipes. It was really funny today working with the new American consultants, because they expected me to be a phenomenal cook. And well, it couldn't be further from the truth, as the consultants all know in Australia. I'm not the greatest cook. I love great flavor, but I want something quick and easy. So everything that I design is about quick and easy and incredible flavors. So let's talk about the pulled pork. Now, we made this today, and I'll tell you, our US consultants were raving about it. It was one of their favorite products. Now, the pulled pork that I've had over the years has been really sweet and not a lot of spicy flavor, and not a lot of flavor to it. So I wanted to, and I've tasted some fantastic, really authentic, more Mexican-style pulled pork recently, and that was the taste that I thought the majority of people would enjoy, and certainly the taste that I love the best. So what you do is you take a pork shoulder roast, okay? So we're not talking the best cut of pork. It really needs to have that ability to pull apart, and that pork shoulder works the best. So you take the pork shoulder, and here's the easy part. I know those people who are used to cooking pulled pork, and you gotta marinate it for 6 hours, and you gotta roast it for this long. No, 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 do it Colleen the easy way. So you take the crock pot or your slow cooker, throw the pork roast in there. Then you can throw in, I put probably half a cup, probably a cup of chicken stock, 2 or 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, about 4 tablespoons, 3 to 4 tablespoons of our pulled pork, new pulled pork seasoning, which is amazing. You can use it for other things as well, great on chicken. And anything else I added to that? Oh yes, I threw a little bit of tomato sauce for our UK and Aussies. And I mean sauce, not the version of ketchup, so sauce. And about 3 tablespoons of canned diced tomatoes. And I know I'm going to be talking both languages all night. So, and simply, what do we do? For about 4 hours on high on the slow cooker. When it was done, we just take the, any extra bits of fat off of it. So we want to keep that out of it. Leave all the juices in, and simply take 2 forks and simply pull it apart like this. It's just that easy. That's why it's called pulled pork, because you want to pull it apart so you get nice little strands like this. Hopefully you can see that. And then it's simply pop it on a bun or a roll, or in, if you want to do Mexican version, a little bit of salad. Okay, your lettuce, capsicum or peppers, red peppers in the US, we would say. And that's it, on a little slider bun, so a little mini roll in Australia. And that is an authentic pulled pork. It took you no time at all to throw it in the slow cooker, walk away. You don't need to sit there and stir it. The only thing I did to it was I turned it over once to make sure that everything was getting the sauce on it. Now, with any type of meat like that, tomorrow it's going to be the best. Okay, excellent. So that's pulled pork. Now, did you ladies all enjoy the pulled pork tonight? Awesome. Their favorite. Okay. Now, sashimi tagarashi. And this one, for those of you who don't know, one of my favorite cooking shows, and I promised my husband I wouldn't imitate it, so I won't, Steve, I won't imitate this for you today, but is Iron Chef. Love it, love it, love it. I love all the dubbing and the voices and all of that. So, sashimi tagarashi. Now what this is it's used in sushi, well, sashimi, things like that, and there's been many versions of tagarashi. It is a Japanese spice. It's quite hot. Our version is over 50% chili pepper, so it's got a good kick. It's got white sesame, black sesame in it. It has ground seaweed as well. It's a really authentic flavor. And fresh ground, we actually grind these ourselves, Szechuan pepper. So it's actually where the Chinese have a 5-spice version, this is a Japanese 7-spice. And every tagarashi has either several different flavors, and every tagarashi has a little different twist on it there. So beautiful, gorgeous product. And again, it's more of an added little sprinkle. And what we did today, and thanks to Terry, was we put it on either, we mixed it with tuna and mayonnaise, so mixed tuna and mayonnaise, and we split a can of tuna up into several different flavors, and just mixed that up, and then added our spice on top, or in it. And sashimi tagarashi is one of them that we used. We also used the samurai salt, this one here. And the samurai salt is a salt dust. Now it is salty, it is a salt dust. Salt is the base. It's ground, powdered Australian sea salt. And it also has wasabi, ginger, again, ground really fine, algae or seaweed in it as well. And that one is beautiful on fish too. So if you want to demonstrate something like that at your next party, or host if you, or guests if you want to try that at your next party, beautiful just even in tuna. So these would be great in something like a tuna melt, tuna salad. Of course, if you're doing homemade sushi, on any type of fish, it's absolutely perfect for Japanese flavored fish. Of course, any broths too. If you're doing a miso soup, this would be beautiful to sprinkle with the miso as well. All right, tremula. We were wondering what to do with our tremula. And tremula is a North African flavor. It's not super hot. It's more of a paste. It's used more as a paste. And of course, we've done it as a spice blend. And it is absolutely, you know, for those of you know, I say every product's my favorite, and it really is at the moment. Every product's my favorite. And this one is, it's without the real heat that's so common in North African flavors. And it's a it can be used as a rub, or it can be used with oil. Olive oil is more of a condiment as well, of a paste or a sauce. And what we thought we'd do is quinoa is so popular here in the U.S. and is making some real grounds in the Australian market as well. And Nick, you have to tell me if quinoa is you know, really popular in the UK. But what we did is we simply put it in the rice cooker. Now, of course, you can cook it properly, but that's how we do things. We just throw it here. So we took some quinoa, put it in the rice cooker. So you know, basically 2 portions of quinoa, 4 portions of water, and I think we added about 3 tablespoons of the tremula, and mixed it in right with the water, and it just turned out beautiful. So this is a great side dish. It does have a lot of vegetable protein in it, so I know a lot of vegetarians or people who are looking for meat alternatives will often supplement with this as well. But great salad, this would be great salad, and a great quick and healthy lunch. Well, not so quick, but you put it in the rice cooker and just walk away. Lunch. So there's lots of different types of quinoa out there. It is more of a rustic back to nature source of a great food of protein and carbohydrate. All right, so, oh, we forgot broth. We put broth in it? Oh, you can put broth instead of water. Yes, absolutely. If you want to enrich the, make the flavor just a little bit more rich, then a chicken broth is fantastic. Vegetable broth or beef broth works in the quinoa. Then we did a stroganoff. I don't actually see it on the table, but the stroganoff is so easy with our, really authentic Hungarian blend. It is what we did again. Put it in the slow cooker, sliced up some. I think we used round steak even, and some broth. The stroganoff. About 2 to 3 tablespoons again. That's typically our per. Oh, here we go. My handy helper. A beautiful stroganoff, and just a little bit of coating of flour. And what Terry did was, we love it, so simple. Cut the meat into strips. A little bit. Did you put oil in the bag? No. So just the meat into strips. The stroganoff spice and some flour. Shake it all up, kind of like a shake and bake. Throw it in the crock pot so it gives a little coating on that with the broth, and some diced capsicum or peppers, and some chopped mushrooms. And then let that sit for a couple hours in the slow cooker, and then stir in your whatever cream base, if you're using sour cream for that. And they turn out so amazing. Leftovers for 2-3 days, and of course we love that type of leftover because the flavor just gets stronger and stronger as it sits. So a great easy one. The 70s dinner parties, stroganoff used to be the popular item, and it is actually making a comeback thanks to some shows like MasterChef and things like that. So instead of running around and finding all of those ingredients that you want to add, we've done the job for you. It's already got the onions, the capsicum in it, the porcini mushrooms, which is the really strong flavor in that. So it's going to be one of your favorites. Now you can use it, of course, in other casseroles as well, and of course with some olive oil on meat as a rub too. On chicken, it's just gorgeous. All right. Then we go into our specialty salts. I don't have the porcini salt here at the moment, but it is, how do I say this? An addiction to several of our consultants in Your Inspiration at Home Australia who had the fortunate pleasure of testing this one out from the test kitchen. And it is simply round fine porcinis in our Australian salt dust with green pepper, so green peppercorn, the pink peppercorn berries, and some balance of garlic and onion. And it is beautiful to put on, of course, your potatoes, chicken, beef. I would say most people put it on everything. Okay, so that's the porcini salt dust. The samurai salt I spoke about already, so again, for anything Asian, especially really fresh. So think, one of the best ways for those of you who are demonstrating at home parties, at our demos, is just simply take your salt, a slice of cucumber, and sprinkle it on top. And let it sit for about 5 minutes. And what that does is it really draws the bitterness out of any bitterness in the cucumber and makes it quite sweet. And you get this lovely flavor of the salt. So it's a fantastic way to demonstrate the salt dust. And it's become now a favorite as a little side to lunches and dinners around our place. The balsamic vinegar salt. We're always looking for interesting ingredients, and we came across a company in Brisbane who does a lot of spray-dried liquids into a dry powder. And I got the balsamic vinegar powder for some of the other recipes we're doing, and looking at some new salt dust, and I will give my husband credit for this. So Steve came up with this one, and he thought, what about mixing the balsamic salt or balsamic vinegar powder in salt? And it is amazing. It's one of our new products. We've actually had this one in-house for a good probably 3-4 months now. Now the first couple of tastes of the salt, you know, obviously on French fries or fish and chips, that's the, you know, the number one thing that people think of when they think of the salt. Is the vinegar isn't really strong initially, but as you take bite after bite of it, you really get this beautiful pungent sort of tart vinegar flavor. And it is going to be, for those of you who like fish and chips, you like that little balsamic vinegar, it's going to be one of your favorites as well. And one of my favorites is the Persian salt. I started, you know, having a look at different ways to use saffron and how to make it in salt. Now there are some saffron salts out there, but I didn't want to do just another saffron salt. That's just not what we do. We want to do something new and exciting, fresh, and bring some flavors from around the world that you may have never tasted before. So one of the background of foods that I quite enjoy is Persian cooking. And so this one has some saffron in it. It has some onion in it. It's quite tart, so you might ground lemon peel and ground lime granules, so it gives it that really tartness. It's flavors that would marinate chicken or beef for Persian cooking, and of course a little bit of sweet paprika. And this is one of my favorite marinades. Those ingredients with yogurt on chicken. So this became another absolute favorite salt. And of course, you would use it as a normal table salt. That's one of the things with our salt dust is just use them instead of your regular table salt, and you get a whole new flavor experience. Okay, meat rubs. Again, another favorite. They're all my favorite. All right. Actually, why don't I tell you a little bit about what our blue likes? Oh no, I'm not going to tell you that. Want me to tell you that? Oh, maybe not. Actually, Terry, there's a little bit more chat there, so you just want to make sure that I'm not talking and I'm not getting it. Everything good?
Shaw was saying there was a bit of an echo again.
Okay, perfect. I just saw the screen move, so. All right. Okay. Now where were we? Let's talk about the Bridgetown grill. You know we've got some fantastic grill rubs. I know, of course, the Grill Masters, our #1 grill, and the second to that has now become our South African Cape, followed by the West Coast grill rub. Now, our grill rubs, of course, are not low sodium. They're actually based on this salt because they're they're rubbed, so you really want to use them to season the meat. And the longer you can get them on the meat, the more seasoning is going to happen to the meat. This one is quite special. It is based, it's a taste of Barbados. And if you've ever traveled in the Caribbean or ever eaten Caribbean food, you'll know that something like a Jamaican jerk is quite aromatic, a lot of allspice in there and some other aromatics. And so, and thyme is quite a flavor that's used, a herb that's used. So what I've done is I've looked at the different flavors in the Caribbean and have developed a rub based on that. Now this one has turmeric in it, so it's a little bit different than the Jamaican jerk, but has that lovely aromatic flavor. So of course, you know, pork, chicken, I've never cooked goat before, and I said, why don't we get some goat? So Kylie, thanks Kylie, ran out and got some goat. Steve did a rub of the Bridgetown grill on the goat, and it was absolutely amazing. And then on a side note, I just want to share with you, unless you haven't seen Facebook or Skype, you might not know this. We then took the meat the next 2 days and did a goat curry with the Gerber. So I just cut up the goat, added a little bit of, I think, stock, coconut curry, and our Gerber, and just put that in the slow cooker, and it was truly, truly amazing. So the Bridgetown grill, chicken, pork, goat, lamb would be wonderful. I haven't tried it on beef, but it would be interesting on a good steak as well. Okay, there's some more chat. We'll just double check that. Okay, dry glazes. We have honey glazes, for those of you who have tried of our product before. And what's really exciting about our dry glazes is you're not opening a bottle of a glaze and have it sit in the fridge, and 6 months later you go back and go, oh, I should have used that glaze, and it's too late, throw it in the garbage. Or you're not trying to create all of these things, heat for honey, get it to the right temperature, and then glaze it, and then again, if you don't use all the glaze, you got to throw it in the garbage, and you're not having to do it from scratch. So we've used powdered honey, which is a little bit different than the granulated honey that's sold here in the U.S., and we've created a whole series of glazes. So this is our next glaze, and it's really a savory glaze. I would think it reminds me of fall, of autumn, of harvest, of fowl suppers from in North America. So really that kind of poultry seasoning, beautiful pork. This is just a gorgeous glaze for pork and chicken. And of course, I would, if you're going to glaze any game or pheasant or something like that, it would be beautiful in that as well. So it's really a celebration of the harvest time. Okay, let's look at a blue light special as we talk about our dip mixes. 3 new dip mixes. Who knew there could be 16 dips? I certainly didn't when I started blending dips. So I keep getting inspired and inspired and inspired. And this one is our smokehouse. For many of you, you don't know, but we actually smoke our own orange and sea salt in-house. And of course, what else do we? Almonds for our barbecue pit tuka. So one of the things we've been experimenting with is smoking garlic and smoking onion. And as a result, I came up with the smokehouse dip. So this is really a smoky flavor. It's our only dip that has chipotle peppers in it, so it does have a kick to it. Not quite as hot as Louisiana Creole. It's a totally different flavor. Lots of herbs in it, that real smoky flavor. And those of you who are familiar with barbecue chips, you would really swear that you're eating a barbecue chip with it. It's just got that beautiful barbecue flavor as well. It's got chili powder in it as well. And now, of course, just as every other dip mix, mixed with 3/4 cup sour cream, 1/4 cup mayonnaise, and let it sit for about 30 minutes. Let the flavors infuse. Now, this one, Sue and I were out for dinner the other day, and I had really wanted to try the whole black and blue flavor, which is very popular here right now, kind of the rage here in Australia. And black and blue is really blackened, so you could take our Louisiana Creole, mix it in your hamburger, and that would become the blackened part of the meal. And then you top your burger with blue cheese. So that's called the black and blue flavor. And what I felt it was missing was a bit of mayonnaise with our smokehouse barbecue dip mix. It would have just been that perfect. Well, also it would have been a great dip on the side for the sweet potato French fries that went along with that hamburger. So again, not just a dip mix. Now, think of other ways you can do it. It would be fantastic as a rub on chicken. It would make really unique potato wedges at home. So you, of course, just cut your potatoes up, a little bit of olive oil, toss it with the smokehouse dry dip mix, and you have some great homemade fries. So that's Smokehouse, and I think it's going to become one of our most popular dip mixes, and I can just imagine that we're going to need to get a couple more smokers going just for the garlic and onion in that one. And the next dip mix is the Thai green curry. I've had so many people say, can you do more Thai curries? Can you do that? And I thought, well, you know, eventually we'll probably come up with a another Thai seasoning, but I thought, well, let's look at something that can be really more versatile than just a curry. Let's look at a curry dip again, but a little bit more heat to it. So a little different flavor. So our Thai green curry has some really unique things. We have ground down fine lemongrass. There is lime kaffir as well in it. So we read some of the ingredients: red bell pepper, chili. So it's got a little kick to it. It's got the turmeric in it as well. Cumin, cilantro. Fantastic as a dip. For those of you who love spring rolls, dim sum, yum cha, as they're also known in Australia, this is a fantastic dip on there. Or on a chicken, if you're going to make a chicken salad, this would be beautiful in a chicken salad sandwich or a chicken salad. Potato salad, I'd be putting this one in. So also your Thai beef salad as well. So this is just so versatile. As in the dip mix form, I wanted to create lots of uses for that one for you. And let's see, oh, tzatziki. Okay, to add to our Greek, we've already got some Greek themes going on. And a lot of people use our dill and onion to make a tzatziki. Not quite authentic, real authentic tzatziki flavor, because of course tzatziki is really about the garlic, the mint, and the dill. You know, those three flavors, and salt and pepper and those things. But those three flavors really come out in the tzatziki. So I thought, you know, we need to have a separate tzatziki to really get that authenticity. So this one, of course, is garlic. Lots of garlic. So it's got garlic granules and garlic, a fine ground garlic as well. Full of mint, so it's not just a little hint of mint. You've got quite a good strong flavor of the mint, which gives it that sweet overtone to it, and dill, which is one of my favorite herbs. Now what we've done for this one here, and we've made a Greek meatball, style meatball. So just your lean ground beef, egg, flour. You can use a little bit of tomato paste or something like that if you want to just keep it moist. And a little bit to make the tzatziki, so you can see it's nice and thick. You take Greek-style yogurt. Get the really thick Greek-style yogurt, so you're not having to use a cheesecloth and strain it out. And cucumber. Now I like to do things really easy, so I use the larger holes on the grater. Grate down your cucumber. You can leave the skin on. Don't worry about it. Be quick and easy. Strain it. You do need to strain it, so you're taking the liquid out of it. So just pop your cucumber in a strainer, let it sit for a few minutes, strain out the liquid, mix it into your yogurt with, so for 1 cup of yogurt, just mix in about a tablespoon of the tzatziki dip mix. And of course then you dip your meatball in it, and you've got a gorgeous, really authentic Greek snack. Now, of course, in pita, with chicken, with rice, with lamb, it is one of my favorite dips, and probably one of the most common dips globally. Okay. Now, our blue light special. We love these. So today, if you are attending this demo today live, and you're a guest at a demo, and your consultant is presenting this, thank you again. When you buy 2 dips today, you get a seasoning for free. Okay, that includes our new products. So it can be our existing 13 dips, or our new 3 of our dips there, and you can get a seasoning of your choice. How many seasonings do we have? So one of our 36 seasonings for free. You choose. So that is a great value. And consultants, write that down. Your order forms will be available shortly after today's presentation. Okay. Everyone stop and take a drink. Oh, that's right. You have been doing that all session. All right. That was for me. Oh, our dukkahs. I've only got the Black Forest dukkah. We're waiting on some supplies for our key lime dukkah, and I'll tell you the key lime dukkah is amazing. But let's talk about our Black Forest dukkah. This one was really interesting when that one came, when we started designing this one, asking, I think it was Kelly Saunderson. Hi, Kelly, if you're out there. Oh, I've got these cherries and the chocolate, and you know, she's talking about cherries and chocolate, and I went, Black Forest dukkah, we could do that. So again, the organic, beautiful, plump, juicy cherries, dried. They're all dried, and with coconut. So your coconut, the white sesame seeds, and our gorgeous, gorgeous milk chocolate powder. And of course, that was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. And then I thought, oh, I could take it up to that, oh my gosh level, right? What could I, you know, I think there's something here that I have, and I had it up my sleeve, and I took out our natural raspberry flavoring and added 4 grams, just 4 grams to that. Mixed it all up, and I split the 2 bowls out, and I walked around the warehouse and said, hey guys, tell me which one. And I gave them the first one without this extra little bit of hint, and they went, oh my gosh, that's amazing. And then I gave them the spoonful of the finished product, and I thought they were going to pass out. And Kylie, that one's over to you, because I really thought your knees were going to buckle there for a minute. Now, this one is a dessert dukkah. So it's a sweet dukkah. And what we've made today is, Terry, you're going to need to help me with this one. What I haven't made, I supervised and I watched. So, Terry, come on over and tell everyone what we made this one with while I have some magic.
Okay. So what we did with the to make the Black Forest dukkah balls is, over here in the States they have graham cracker crumbs. In Australia you could use Tim Tams, or you could use butternut snacks. So you crush the biscuits. I added 3 tablespoons of the Black Forest dukkah, and then a block of the Philadelphia cream cheese. You mix that together, and it was missing something, so I then added some of the chocolate raspberry truffle powder. So that I added a tablespoon of that, and then you roll the mixture into little balls, and then what we did was dust them off with the chocolate raspberry truffle powder. Absolutely delicious.
Yes, and I thought everyone was going to swoon today when they tasted them. Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you, Terry. That's a fantastic recipe, and I know we use it in Australia for lots of our dukkahs and chocolate powders, and it just goes so beautiful, these 2 in combination. Then we thought, well, what else? Yesterday when we were walking through the aisles of the store, and I haven't tried this yet, but I'm just going to try it with the magic of television or webcam. And we were walking through the aisles, and I thought, oh, let's do a panna cotta. And I thought, oh, let's not do a panna cotta. We don't have time to do a panna cotta. But how can we really show how easy this is at our demos to demonstrate? You may not have time to necessarily do what we call the Tim Tam balls, or the little mini truffles. What could you do? So we found actually black cherry yogurt. So we have that in Australia as well. And we just simply folded through the Black Forest dukkah and sprinkled some on top with some cute little parfait glasses. And so you could do this at your demos. And you could also, of course, with mousse, and fold that in, do a chocolate raspberry truffle mousse, and sprinkle that on as well. So there's lots of things that you can do. Of course, a little scoop of ice cream with the Black Forest dukkah. And most people I know have been known to eat the Black Forest dukkah by the spoonful. It is going to just blow your socks off. how amazing that is. So moving on to, I'm going to jump over to the chocolate raspberry truffle because we're on dessert. And this is totally, you know, I keep using the word amazing and to die for and all of that. And it truly is such a gorgeous, gorgeous product. So just use it as a regular chocolate powder. Now, Sue, you're going to need to help me with this one, how it's a fudge made in here. Come on over, Sue. She's just killing me now because she did not know, because she was downstairs and we were preparing, and she did not know she was going to be brought on camera.
No, I did not know that.
So one of Sue's consultants came up with this recipe, and they made it while I was busy doing something else. So how did you make it, Sue?
It's just so easy. A can of sweetened condensed milk, or a tin, as you say in Australia. A bag of made chocolate semi-sweet chocolate chips. Mix them together.
Microwave them, warm them up, mix them in, yeah.
And add 3 tablespoons of the chocolate raspberry. Die for it. It's almost gone.
Yes, I know. I've had to take, I said everyone that you can't have it all because I need some for our demonstration tonight, so please leave me some. And
that's all that's left.
This is over here for me to try that, just have my little chocolate fix later. So that easy. So chocolate chips, condensed milk, microwave them, get them into not super runny, and then add your 3 tablespoons of any one of our chocolate powders. So, you know, beautiful with the chalk orange. I know that they use chili chalk and had amazing results as well. Of course, and now with the chalk raspberry truffle. The chalk raspberry truffle is a regular chocolate powder, but also then a brand of Haribo, so a really super rich dark chocolate, Belgian dark chocolate powder with some raspberry, so a little light raspberry flavor as well, so it's an all natural flavoring. And it honestly tastes, you get a little bit of hint of the bitter, rich dark chocolate, you get the milk chocolate and the raspberry, so it actually tastes like a truffle, just like that. So you imagine if you want to have an incredible you know, coffee or a hot chocolate, how beautiful that is. I'm waiting for Terry to make well, she's a ganache, but I'm waiting for cheesecake to arrive into the office one day with a little sprinkle of the Black Forest on top. I come up with great things and people make them. It's wonderful. All right, so the only thing that I think that, I've got some flavored sugars. Oh, and I missed the paella. So let's talk about the paella. In the U.S., many of you would have made a jambalaya. Paella is the same basically as that. Or in Australia, we make risotto, quite a bit of risotto. So a very, very similar process for both. You put in your oil or butter and saute some onions in there, and you put in your rice at that point. And that's when I put the seasonings into it. So about 3 tablespoons of our absolutely gorgeous paella, Spanish paella blend of Valencia, which has beautiful Iranian saffron threads through it as well. So just slightly soften the rice, and of course you can do the whole seafood with the mussels, the prawns as well, and chicken. We just made ours with chicken tonight. And then you stir in your stock bit by bit, throw in your chicken, and we really want to take it down to a texture. So really kind of like mushy rice, if that makes sense. It's a beautiful, you know, not flaky. You don't want it runny. You want to bring it down and simmer it down until this beautiful, beautiful meal in a bowl. So gorgeous paella, easy to do. We just did it in a normal saute frying pan. The paella really is the pan. That's actually the reason why it's called a paella. And of course, just like a jambalaya, you just kind of throw in a risotto. You just kind of throw in whatever protein or vegetables you like. Now we've also thrown in some red pepper for some color and some flavor as well, and then our paella blend. Now I know we're getting down to the very end. of our time together. So let me talk about our sugars. We've got 2 new baking spices and a new sugar, or 2 new sugars. Now I've used the London Fog sugar, which is of course the London Fog tea, which was the Earl Grey tea, the vanilla, and the bachelor button or flour, and ground down to a fine dust and mixed with the sugar. So great for rimming your iced teas, and of course it's going to be beautiful on sugar cookies, meringues, or something totally different flavor there. Now we've also got a new one for us, and the label, I didn't bring one here with the label, but I'm not sure if you can see this, but it's gorgeous pieces of an amber colored sugar, a white sugar in beautiful chunks. And then we've used a very strong, fresh, oily coffee bean, and of course the organic free trade cocoa nibs. And it's in a fantastic fine grinder. We really had to find, you know, I've looked at other grinders out there, but I really wanted a fine grinder. And so you simply grind this sugar, and you've got both the organic, you know, the cocoa flavor, you've got the coffee flavor, you've got the 2 rich sugar flavors in there. So again, great on sugar cookies, meringues. Of course you can rim. Now this one's for Allie Brown, who is relentless at asking for a rimmer for her espresso martini. So Allie, I'm done. We'll check this one off the list. There, so fantastic. It's going to be my favorite. It's gorgeous. It looks incredible. I'm going to make a great gift for anybody who loves the coffee flavor there. I could see people even just grinding it on ice cream and use it as toppers that way. Fantastic. And 2 ones I don't have here. I'm not sure some of you from Queensland and Australia have heard we had a bit of a weather problem over the past couple of weeks, and it just made production of these 2 products impossible. Just because of the 70% humidity in the air, we weren't able to work with our honey, so our powdered honey. So we've got a beautiful orange vanilla honey powder, fantastic. Of course, everyone uses it on pancakes or oats or in cooking. Beautiful. That one is just absolutely gorgeous in tea as well. So it's really a taste of Italy. If you think of Italian desserts, there's a lot of orange flavors, a lot of vanilla flavors there. So perfect for you know, Italian style desserts as well. And then one that we've had around for a while as a test is the maple, cinnamon, and orange. And the maple is again, it's not a granulated maple. It is a fine maple spray dried maple syrup. And it is beautiful on French toast, pancakes. You know, you could rim glasses with that one too. It's just beautiful. People use it in their muesli and yogurt. And I've even known that people use it on ham when you're doing your you know, Easter or Thanksgiving or Christmas ham. It makes a beautiful glaze on ham as well. All right, I think we've got through all of our new products. And I'm just waiting for my text message. All right, so we had a process where you could register your demonstration, and we have done the draw at home office. That's why I pick up my mobile phone in the middle of this, looking for the text message to tell me which 3 demos won, and what they have won today. The demos that are held by Stephanie Lappin, Kelly Saunderson, and Lorelei Frank, every one of your guests have won a free dip mix of their choice. So congratulations, everyone there. Go ahead and pick whatever dip mix, whether it's one of our new ones or one of our existing dip mix that you love and enjoy or want to try something new. Then every one of you will get a free dip mix for attending our Epic Demo number 2. And finally, to wrap it up, I hope that you've had some fun today. You've learned some new things. and you can't wait to get your hands on all of this fantastic new product. And at the very beginning, I said if you are, perhaps looking at this as a business opportunity, would want to be one of our founding consultants here in the US or founding leaders, or one of our consultants in the UK or Australia, and you are passion for food, passion for cooking, or like me, you just love really, really good flavor and want something easy to enjoy, then I urge you to talk to the person who brought you to the webinar or brought you to the live demo. And for joining today, we have a fantastic special as it is. As I said before, you get a mini product kit, which is new product kit, which is 6 of our full size, not samples, but 6 full size products for joining in the month of February. But we'll also, because we love you so much and it is February, we want to include a set of all of our chocolate powders as well. So I'm not sure the value of it. I'm sure it's got to be almost $100 in food product, and we can't wait to spread the love of your inspiration at home during February from the Epic Demo. So please talk to your consultant today, and we want to be part of this growing phenomena that your inspiration at home is. We'd love you to have some free chocolate powders. Well, with that, I want to thank you again for coming out today. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I love doing these demonstrations where I get to share my passion for all of the products and share with people who are just loving our product and sharing the word. So thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon, morning, evening. And Nick, go back to sleep in the UK, and stay tuned for our next Epic Demo. Thank you.